I think it depends when you first read a book, when you read it. I think you have to try and read a book over sometimes a single sitting with a poetry book. That's what I did with Joe Carrick-Varty's amazing book, More Sky. I started reading it quite late at night, and the bloke next door was having a party. So I thought, he'll not be going to bed tonight, so I may as well stop up and read the book. And that's what I did. And it kind of, the night became a bit lighter and a bit lighter as the night went on, and it mirrored this astonishing book, which in one sense is about masculinity, it's about the North, it's about language, it's about suicide, it's about how we use language to describe these things that sometimes can feel absolutely indescribable. You get phrases like, suicide slinks off stage left, crouches at the other end of the ocean. Suicide was the sky above a demolished building. And Joe Carrick-Varty is a poet who trains his poet's eye on things that don't often get written about and makes sure that, like that night that I spent reading his book, it gradually gets lighter with a kind of understanding, I think. Joe Carrick-Varty.
Blimey. This is a glass of Pinot Noir. My friend Boyega Odebanjo loved Pinot Noir, and he passed away last year. And since he passed, I've been doing things without him for the first time. And coming to this event is one of the things I've never done without him. So I need to pour a drink out for him now, which I didn't spill. So yeah, this is for Boyega. I love you, I miss you, and I hope that you're proud of me. Yeah. It's funny, and this is not to diss the poets. Last year, when we came to this event, in the kind of weeks afterwards, we sat right there and we drank. He basically rocked up late, right? So I was waiting for him for like 20 minutes, and he rocked up late with a bottle of Pinot Noir under his jacket, and we sat right there and drank the bottle and watched the poets. And in the week afterwards, chatting about the event, the only thing we could really remember was Ian. Who is apparently the star of the show. So I'm going to read some poems now and then fade into the collective memory, in your collective memory. Basically just we're going to remember Ian and not me. So this poem is about buying shoes for my father. It's called Sambas for Christmas. In a corner of some far-flung town, on some moon, of some planet, at the edge of some pocketed galaxy, the souls of my father's new trainers are landing on tarmac, squeaking as they take off again, box fresh at the end of his faded black jeans. They will squeak for a week or so, and then he will die on his back in his sleep, like Jimi Hendrix after a night at a pub that's not quite my local, whistling as he stumbles home, running his fingers through a rosemary bush awash in the Chippy's neon blue. Believe for a minute that I am not a son who buys trainers for his father, but a molecule of gas inside a star whose light still touches a city that's not quite Oxford, where a father who's not quite mine tries on pairs of Adidas, Nike, struggling with the laces, the incomprehensible bow. So I used to be a postie, And being a postie is a great job, you know, it's a good job. I have an anecdote I'm going to tell you, but I'm forgetting it as I'm speaking. One of the great things about being a postie, or one of the funny things about being a postie, I should say, are the notes that people leave on their door. Like, you might leave on your door when you've gone to the shop and you want the postie to leave the parcel in the wheelie bin, more or less, normally, but these notes, you have no idea how exuberant these notes can become. So, this poem is written in the form of one of those notes. It's called Dear Postie. Dear Postie, if no answer, please leave parcel behind rhododendron. If storm hits and rhododendron blows away, please leave parcel inside wheelie bin with brick on top. If crying baby can be heard on approach, tap 3 times on bottom left panel of shed window. Do not ring doorbell. If rainbow windmill spins slower than usual, open phone and call alcoholic father. If rainbow windmill stops spinning at any moment, come back in month with picture of alcoholic father eating fish and chips in park. If phone rings out, wait for nesting swallows to return from Africa, then call again. Do not mention alcoholic father to friends, colleagues, woman you love. Do not kiss woman you love. Do not eat, sleep, shit, watch TV until alcoholic father is spotted leaving Tesco with Guinness and hula hoops. Do not, I repeat, do not drive to 24-hour Shell garage. Spend following afternoon outside alcoholic father's flat. Old ladies watching, bay windows blue with countdown. So, yes, this poem I'm going to read now. So, I wrote this poem when I had just moved to London. So I had been working as a postie for a while, and then I moved to London, and I was unemployed for a while, and then I got a job. And on my first day in the office, I was eating my lunch in like the communal area, and there was a game of tennis going on a TV, and I was watching the game of tennis, and I started writing this poem in my head. It's called The Children. On the muted screen, a ball lands one side of a line, and this means that a person has won. The camera jiggles, zooms out, refocuses on a crowd who are cheering, which means that a person has won. Yes, clapping, back smacking, drink dropping, all signifies that, yep, a ball has landed one side of a line, one side, not one side, but one side. Of course, right, because a person has won. A ball has landed. People are happy. And although this is not a metaphor for grief, I cannot deny that a ball, not a ball, but the ball has landed, is landing, will land until it stops being a ball and starts being, until it stops being the ball and starts being a ball at the edge of a roofless room. Lots of people are jumping around inside of. Lots of sound, lots of screens, lots of open sky. And did I mention my dad has taken a shotgun to a field and I haven't realized because I am watching tennis, which means my dad has decided, is deciding, will decide to become not a dad, but the dad, is asking a man for a shotgun, is saying, can I buy? Yes, bring me this much. And it's a man from the pub, someone I'll walk past for years, which means I am existing in relation to this moment. My sister is eating a chalk ice, romping around the garden, holding a toad in relation to this pocket of time. My mum zipping up our puffer jackets, pulling down our hoods while my dad walks through rain to an ATM, leaves a room with a shotgun in a duffel bag. This moment almost encased in glass, this skyscraper I am not really watching tennis inside of, not on my lunch break, not 26, but 9 years old, being pulled out of maths. My sister, 4 whole years, barely taller than a table, and we are not children anymore, but the children, those children, that child. So I'm going to read a short poem now to finish. I don't normally read this poem at readings because it's very sad, but like all my poems are sad, and also you guys have to deal with it. I'm feeling quite brave right now, so I'm just going to read the poem. You're here, I'm here, let's just ride this into the rocks and go for it. So this is my unapologetic sad poem. It's called There's a Person Reflected on the TV Calling Their Dad. The seagulls are circling, calling their dads. The rain is calling its dad, and so is the sun and what's left of the lawn. A skyscraper is kneeling and calling its dad. A bus, a train, a city is calling its dad. The mouth of an underground station opening. Halloween has called. Christmas will call soon enough. And that new year, climbing over the back wall through the screen door is, of course, calling its dad. I stand in a room and call my dad. Tell his answer machine not to worry anymore, that they have found his body. Thank you.